Several people gathered outside Congressman Nick Langworthy's district office in Corning for a press conference against federal cuts this afternoon.
And WENY's Alicia Solorzano heard from those constituents and Congressman Langworthy. Alicia, what did both parties have to say today?
Nick, Renata, people came together this afternoon to protest against the Trump administration's cuts affecting public service workers. More specifically, they spoke out against their representative, Nick Langworthy, who they say voted in favor of supported cost-raising tariffs, cuts to Medicaid, food assistance, and more. To voice their concerns about what they called devastating cuts to federal programs, members of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees Union, retirees, and current federal and healthcare workers stood outside Congressman Nick Langworthy's office in Corning.
Because if the Medicaid cuts are in place, it will result in higher costs to healthcare. Coverage for our neighbors who need this coverage will be gone. All of the tax breaks money will be ended up going to the billionaires. Nothing will be seen by our children, our elderly, and all those who deserve health care and have none whatsoever.
According to AFSCME, 45% of patient service revenue at Guthrie Corning Hospital comes from Medicare and Medicaid. Protesters say they fear these cuts could cost jobs and reduce care across the region. However, Congressman Langworthy says cuts to Medicaid are not on their radar.
I am keenly aware that Medicaid is an important program, and I want to work to preserve that program into the future. It's in danger right now. And if we make no changes, the system goes broke. And that is something that is really lost on people that are trying to create this noise to derail Republicans in government.
Protesters in the 23rd continue to argue that their reality on the ground is a different story. Some even saying they're already seeing the effects on their 401ks. They say they plan to keep the pressure on Langworthy to vote against potential cuts.
Nick Langworthy sits on the Commerce Committee, and the way that these cuts are going to be made is going to flow directly through that committee. So it's really important that he understands that his constituents here in the Southern Tier know that this is something that he has actual power to influence, and we expect him to do it the right way.
I represent the values of the majority of the voters in this district. Doesn't mean that there's not a good chunk that have a different political persuasion, but they don't make up the majority in this district.
Congressman Langworthy will be hosting one of his telephone town halls tonight at 7:30 p.m., and he encourages those who have challenging viewpoints to attend virtually. Some attendees at today's protest share that they'll be doing so in order to ask their questions and find out more about federal funding cuts. Nick,